Hello and welcome to Let's Talk Caribbean, where we take a look at what's happening within our region. In the top stories, St. Vincent Prime Minister saddened by attack on Cuban doctor. ECCB records second consecutive loss for 2022-2023 financial year. And the 50th anniversary of CARICOM celebrations underway. Welcome back. Prime Minister and Minister of National Security in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, the Honorable Ralph Gonzalez, has expressed concern about the attack on a Cuban doctor in Kingston, who is now warded in the intensive care unit at that country's main hospital. Police in St. Vincent and the Grenadines are yet to comment on the attack, which took place on Friday night, as Dr. Alfredo Batista Salgado was on his way home. But reports are that he received a cut across his abdomen, exposing his intestines. According to Eyewitness News, Salgado, who told the police that he was attacked while on his way home after the Calypso semi-finals, was found bleeding outside the prison by guards. King on local radio on Sunday, Prime Minister Gonzalez, who is also the Minister of National Security, says he feels horrible about the attack on the Cuban Medical Brigade member. The Eastern Caribbean Central Bank released its report and statement of accounts for the financial year ended March 31st, 2023, highlighting its earlier performance. The real gross domestic product (GDP) growth in the Eastern Caribbean Currency Union (ECCU) for 2022 is estimated to be 8.9%. The ECCU economy is projected to grow at a decelerated rate of 5.0% in 2023. The bank recorded a second consecutive year of loss to the tune of EC 55 million, an increase of 5.4 million compared to a net loss of 49.1 million in the previous financial year. The report attributes the loss to the impact of aggressive rate hikes by the U.S. Federal Reserve. However, due to the slowdown of rate hikes by the U.S. Federal Reserve and elevated interest rates during the financial year, the ECCB predicts a return to the strong profitability in 2023-2024. During the 2023-2024 financial year, the bank will seek to deliver its commitment to focus on implementation through innovative financial practices and collaboration with partners on several strategic initiatives, including the following: financial stability, payment modernization, and financial inclusion, environmental, social, and corporate governance, data and digital transformation, and organizational effectiveness and development. Although the ECCB recorded a loss, assets grew during the financial year. The World Bank has officially opened its St. Martin office, reinforcing the bank's commitment to the people of that country and its role to support the implementation of the St. Martin Reconstruction, Recovery and Resilience Trust Fund. The country's office is the bank's 144th worldwide and the 21st office in the Latin American and Caribbean region, and 4th overall in the Caribbean. The 45th regular meeting of the Conference of Heads of Government of the Caribbean Community, CARICOM, is taking place in Port of Spain, Trinidad from July 3rd to 5th, 2023. The agenda for the 45th regular meeting of the Conference of Heads of Government of the CARICOM will cover several recurring and new issues, including the CARICOM single market and economy, climate change, including climate finance, agriculture and food security, trade negotiations, education and health. On the 4th of July 1973, CARICOM was established to deepen regional integration. This year, the region will celebrate 50 years since the signing of the Treaty of Chaguaramas and the accomplishments of CARICOM, which is revered as the oldest surviving integration movement in the developing world. CARICOM News Now has more.
Anticipation is high for the celebrations to mark the 50th anniversary of CARICOM. The milestone anniversary coincides with the 45th meeting of the Conference of Heads of Government. These events are set for Trinidad and Tobago from the 3rd to the 5th of July, with pre-activities the CARICOM 10K and 5K road races, slated for the 1st and 2nd of July. The opening ceremony of the 45th CARICOM Conference of Heads of Government takes place on the evening of July 3rd at the Hyatt Regency in Port of Spain. Outgoing Chair of CARICOM, the Honorable Philip Davis, Prime Minister of the Bahamas, incoming Chair, the Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit, Prime Minister of Dominica, host Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley, and the Secretary General of CARICOM, Dr. Carla Barnett, will address the ceremony. It will be live-streamed on CARICOM's social media platforms and will also be broadcast on national television stations in the Caribbean. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres is expected in Trinidad and Tobago for a special interaction with CARICOM heads following the opening ceremony of the conference. Several activities, starting with an official flag-raising ceremony at the place of the signing of the Treaty of Chaguaramas on the 4th of July, will mark CARICOM's Golden Jubilee anniversary. A number of third states partners are expected in Trinidad and Tobago to join in CARICOM's Golden Jubilee celebrations. Trinidad and Tobago's Minister of Foreign and CARICOM Affairs, Dr. Emery Brown, spoke about these highly anticipated events on Trinidad and Tobago's Now Morning Show.
As we approach this golden anniversary or 50th birthday as a community, it offers us the opportunity to bring the family back to its birthplace, to Trinidad and Tobago. I think the entire region has recognized that this is an event that will never occur again. You only turn 50 once, and they're all coming out in strong numbers. Yeah. That's also reflected in the interest for special guests to also attend. And we have strong delegations from a number of our entities that are partners with CARICOM and with Trinidad and Tobago, ranging, of course, China, CARICOM, the European Union, key international organizations and regional organizations, the Andean Development Bank, and it's really a wide range. Koreans as well. We really are going to have a who's who of international diplomacy and leadership right here in Trinidad and Tobago to celebrate with us on this special occasion.
Yeah. The CARICOM Single Market and Economy, CARICOM Agri-Food Systems Agenda, and the CARICOM's preparation for the 28th Global Climate Change Summit are some of the agenda items heads will discuss at their 45th meeting in Trinidad and Tobago.
That's all for us on this episode of Let's Talk Caribbean. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Caribbean Alerts.